Hi guys, welcome back. It's Chrissy the Crystal Indigo, and I am here with the Twin Flame Collective, Light Worker, Star Seed Indigo, Shaman, Earth Angel, Witch, however you resonate under the spiritual umbrella update, okay? So this update will be for this week. And I want you to comment below in the comment sections if this is resonating with you. Again, I want to give a shout out to all of you guys who reached out to me for bookings yesterday. And for those of you who ordered herbal packs, crystal packs from my Etsy shop. My Etsy handle is Chrissy Crystal Indigo. You do not want to miss it. Go over there and check out the products. Email me if you have questions. If you would like to book a service, whether Reiki, Akashic Records, um, crystal healing, I am available for in office if you're on the East Coast and distant. So my website is www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can. That information is below. My Amazon wish list. If you can't, no biggie. Subscribing to the channel or follow me on Instagram at Chrissy the Crystal Indigo is the same form as an energy exchange donation. Excuse me. So we're going to dive into these energies, and for all of you who have been feeling the energy shifts, the downloads, the triggers in the mind, the heart palpitations, the energy moving through your body, is very important that you acknowledge that. You may have also been feeling your divine counterpart's energy. So all of a sudden you're getting these thoughts out of nowhere. And again, there's a video on my channel called How to Work Your Gifts, and there's one that's called Raise Your Vibe. And I teach you guys how to transmute your energy. And so when you start to notice these energy shifts within you, and one minute you're feeling fine and the next minute you're feeling this whirlwind of emotions, you have to be in the know that that is not your emotions. You have to ask spirit, like, where's this coming from? And immediately you'll get the communication and send it back with love and light. Okay. And so if you have trouble with meditating, you can check out my Etsy shop and you can order the chakra shots, or you can order the chakra alignment crystal pack. If you feel like you absorb a lot of people's emotions, right, and you're a little off balance when you're out in the public, you can order the protection crystal pack. It's very, very helpful. And if you feel like you're having trouble manifesting, right, even manifesting your connection, or moving things in a positive direction, you can order the twin flame crystal pack, or the moon manifestation pack for abundance, or the air of abundance. So I have a lot of things on my shop that will help you in so many ways. You guys can check out the testimonials on my IG highlights, and I do post it on the community tab posts. But for the collective in general, you and I, we all are one. We're realizing and witnessing this huge, massive shift. And I thought, right, once December 21st came, like, everything will be fine. We're in the new age of Aquarius, like, we're on point. And boy, was I wrong. I feel like I got flipped upside down, right? With all these different energies, with all these different downloads, with all these new gifts. It was just so much happening at once, to the point where I had to reach out to spirit and say, like, take it easy on me, like, bring it in slow. I can't take all of this light, right? And so a lot of you have embarked on opening your businesses, and I'm giving Jazzy Ma a shout out. She's my soul sister on here, and we met on from my channel, just opened her spa. So go and check it out. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see the post that I dedicated to her as well. But for the collective, we have the first card coming out as the Knight of Swords. So we have fast movement, right? And with the sword being down, there's no communication, but there's fast movement, meaning the energies within both, right? Within the both of us, like, we're feeling each other. We're connecting on that 5D level. We're getting communication in our in our dreams, through our visions, through our gifts, however, clairvoyance. But this talks about, someone moving forward, and they're not taking, they're not playing any games, you might as well say. And it's like, I'm not gonna lose, like I'm gonna beat this, like I'm gonna win, and I'm moving forward and I'm fighting with everything in me that I have. And so you may felt this energy, your divine counterpart may have felt this energy, and I'm getting chills as I'm communicating the message to you. So with that card, we also got the Five of Pentacles. Fives talks about changes, but this talks about, those third party energies, those karmic energies, all of that is coming to a close, right? And so we're seeing some huge shifts. If you're not seeing it this week, be on the lookout, just be in observe mode and just watch how things play out. Continue to talk to your spirit guides and ask for assistance with your connection, because you feel it and it hurts you sometimes when you and your divine counterpart are in separation, but you can feel all of that energy, you can see them clairvoyantly. And this is saying, like, all of that is coming to an end. The BS, the drama, like the extra people being involved, like all of that, any interruptions that were getting in the way of your connection, that is coming to an end. Like, your person is realizing who's been there for them through thick and thin. All right. The next card, we have the Death. And so when this card came out, this is number 13, but it also talks about, when I was getting the cards prepared, I kept hearing death and rebirth, transformation. So this is what's happening within the collective. As you can see, the sun is in the background, and the theme that's been the theme for 2021 thus far is letting go of things that no longer serve or grow us, right? And with death and rebirth and transformation, those are the words I kept hearing as I was getting the cards prepared. That's what we're going through. We're going through a whole different transformation. This awakening that we as a collective is going through right now is nothing like the first awakening that we went through before, right? The next card out, we have the Sun. And so again, this is 21. And so know that, with 2021, there's going to be so many new things on the horizon for all of us. There's going to be so many opportunities opening up for all of us. Remember, say what you want to see. And I know, guys, it's difficult. I go through it where you're in high vibe, and then it's like those triggers come in and you're just like, to be honest, like, how long can I, energetically wait? Because that is what you're doing. Like, you're getting on with your life, you're getting out of bed, you're going to work, you're going to school, you're running your business, but energetically it's like in that 5D realm, you guys are just stuck there, right? And so you and me and whomever else is resonating with this reading right now, know that 2021 is going to bring some really beautiful positive changes. If you see sunflowers, that's your sign. If you see the sun beaming down on you, that's your sign. If you see a red flag, that's your sign. And Spirit is asking all of us to be who we are, who we've been called to be, who we've been destined to become. That's what our focus needs to be on. And when you do that, more opportunities open up for you. You're not so blinded by everything, okay? The overall energy, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Again, this card has come out even in the, daily readings or monthly readings. And it talks about Spirit offering you that gift of abundance, right? Spirit sees the hard work you've put in, divine feminine and divine masculine. And it's not going unnoticed. Spirit sees you trying to help your divine counterpart figure it out, you trying to help your divine counterpart understand the connection, understand the mission, understand what a light worker, what a twin flame, what a star seed is. Spirit has seen your efforts. And for some of you in the collective, you've given so much love, and it was to the point where it was just like, I'm going to love you enough so you can understand that this is real. But in reality, that only caused your divine counterpart to push you away even further, right? And so you had to come at it from a different way. Let me pull back. Let me just focus on myself. And, all I can do is pray to Spirit, Source, Divine God, that you are taking care of my divine counterpart, that they're in good hands. You know what's best. You know how to handle them best. Because right now, I've pulled out all stops, and I don't have it in me to continue. Yes, I will hold space, but I need to push forward because I've already lost so much time, right? So that's what some of you guys are thinking about. I can speak, I'm thinking that way as well. So under that, we have the Magician again. Remind yourself every day that whatever you want, it comes to you. You are a magnificent manifester. You guys are alchemists. You have the gift of alchemy. You can transmute your energy, and this is what the focus needs to be on. You are a powerful, beautiful being, and you have work to do. And so as you focus on that work, don't forget, live your life, have fun. Don't feel like you have to be a hermit because you've chosen or was chosen for the spiritual path. How you connect with people, how you communicate with them is through your light, through your vibration, and that's what will continue to open others up to their awakening, to their journey, to what they are called to, right? A lot of you are way showers, okay? So the energy that wanted to present itself, we have the Six of Swords, right? Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, moving forward with calmer or to calmer waters, or from calmer waters into that peaceful place. And this again, some of them are realizing like, this is what I need. This is all I have. A lot of karmics or third party energy or entities try to really get in the way of this divine connection. And Spirit is saying, you know, that's enough. We have the Ten of Swords, rest and recuperation, that R&R. So through this battle, through what you've been through, you're getting your rest and you're bouncing back even better, right? 10 talks about completion. The next card out, we have the High Priestess. A lot of you and the collective, a lot of you who are viewing this video right now, you are the High Priestess, you are the Oracle, you are the all-knowing. You have multiple gifts. And as we're in this full moon energy, work with that moon manifestation energy to bring to you what you want to come to you. 2 talks about choices. All right, crescent moon energy. There could be something comes up within the collective around that crescent moon phase, all right? Initials BTJ resonates. You guys are channelers. You guys are mediums. You guys are seers. You guys are healers. This is that triple duo there, all right? The next card out, the energy 5. 5 talks about changes. The Hierophant, you know, studying, being a leader, being a teacher. This is what we're being called to do. Lead others. You see how they are right there just really taking in all that information the Hierophant is you know, presenting them with. And look at the keys, right? Keys to success, keys to knowledge, right? Keys to the spirit. So we have Temperance. This also represents divine timing. And so this is card number 16 or 14 maybe. So with this here, it talks about divine timing, and it also talks about making sure your cups are full, right? We can't fill up, anyone else's cup if our cup is not full, right? And so Spirit is asking us not to deplete ourselves, not to run ourselves ragged, not to drive ourselves crazy through this connection, because for some of the divine masculines in the collective, they're very hard to deal with. They're very unattached to their emotions. They're very, sometimes they come off narcissistic. Sometimes they have that bipolar energy. And you're just like, oh my God, like one day you're this, one day you're that. Like, I don't even know who I'm getting anymore. And it's because, you know, they're going through their, you know, awakening and their changes, and they're not handling it the way you handled it, right? And so for a lot of the divine masculines, they're in resistant mode when they should be surrendering. And that's why they're not understanding. It's becoming more difficult, okay? Last energy card, we have the 4 of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. And so with this, we have the energy of a person saying, you know what? I'm going to take the risk. No longer am I staring at these 3 cups. Let me take this cup out of thin air and let me make magic with it. I'm working on my healing. You know, I'm getting in my power, or I'm in my power now. Everybody's on different wavelengths, and I'm walking in my power. So this is some beautiful energy. And if this is resonating with you guys, you know how I am. You can put it in the comment sections, because your story, your advice, what you have to say is important. all right? And it can help others because so many are watching the channel and they have so many questions, and you guys can email me whatever questions you have. And seeing you guys write those comments and sharing your stories makes them understand that they're not alone, or helps them understand that they're not alone and that they're not going crazy, right? And so with the Twin Flame Oracle spread, first card out for Divine Masculine is patience. So Divine Masculine is, wanting patience. Just have patience. And I know I get it, Divine Feminine. You're like, okay, how much patience do you want me to have? Because I feel like you're not picking up what I'm stepping in, right? Then we have settling. Like some of the Divine Masculines feel like they don't have, what you require or deserve or have enough to give to you, right? And so they feel like you will be settling for them, or they feel like they're settling because they know they could be better than what they are and have, been presenting themselves as. We have summer, right? So something really significant can happen with you and your divine counterpart in the summertime, that summer energy. There's that 5 for the, you see that little 5 there? See that? Changes. So summer brings change. We also have Twin Flame. This came out in the Divine Masculine spread. So for a lot of you in the collective, they understand that you are their twin flame, right? They may not know the terminology. They may call you a soulmate, but they know this connection is unlike any other connection, right? So for the Divine Feminine, we have commitment. This is what's in the Divine Feminine's energy, right? And it doesn't have to be a commitment tomorrow. It could be, let's work on this. Let's really, align the right way. And this is our long-term goal, right? We have separation. So for a lot of the Divine Feminines in the collective, we are experiencing separation, minimal to no contact, however it resonates for you. We have contemplation. And so Divine Feminine has been thinking about a lot, especially now that they're opening their businesses, now that they're, on the right track and on their life path and purpose. It's like, I got some thinking to do, like, for the future, how do I want this to be aligned? A lot of the Divine Feminines, have said to their divine counterparts, like, I've wasted so much of my time, and regardless of me wasting my time, I have put so much effort. I have put blood, sweat, and tears in this, only to just get breadcrumbs or no crumbs at all in that matter. So Divine Feminine is really like, okay, Spirit, Divine, Source, God, if this is what you want for me, then it will be for me, right? Because Divine Feminine is at that breaking point where it's like, I know what this connection is. Spirit has shown me what this connection is. I've seen it in my visions. I've seen you in my dreams. I've felt you. I've even heard you say, I'm going to lose her. So I know I'm not going crazy, and I'm the only one that's hearing and seeing and thinking all of this and feeling this energy, right? And so Divine Feminines are at that point where it's like, either shit or get off the pot. Excuse my French, right? Last card, abandon. So some of the Divine Feminines in the collective, it's like, how many times can I let you ghost me? How many times can I let you walk away? How many times can I let you just mosey on in and out of my life when you feel like it? Because it hurts. But the difference now for those that, have been on the journey for a while versus those who are just starting out, is that abandonment, energy does not bother us anymore, because we've healed our inner child wounds, right? And we know what you do, how you act is not a reflection of who I am, right? Interesting. So for the overall energy, we have metamorphosis. So Divine Masculine is going through their changes, Divine Feminine is going through their changes, but this is important for the connection. Under that, the answer is yes. So whatever you were thinking. Now the energy within the collective, We have vibration. Everyone's feeling these energies and downloads and light codes, etc. We also have victim, right? So your divine masculine could be in victim energy, feeling like, they lost out, or, you know, how you feel about what they've done isn't right. However it resonates. And the same thing for divine feminine, but we have victim energy here, okay? We have observer, right? So, yeah, observer. So, right here, Spirit is just asking you to observe. Pay attention, right? Intuition is very strong at this point. So you know when your divine counterpart is being genuine and when your divine counterpart is fluffing you around, right? We have material world, right? You can be in the world but not of it, right? It's not all about the glitz and glam. Again, be you. I'm not going to dress a certain way so someone can book a reading with me. I'm going to dress how I dress on a daily basis. Now, for office clients and for meetings and etc., I'll jazz it up a bit, but you will not catch me in robes. You will not catch me with yogi attire, any of that stuff. Like, you're not going to, no, right? Be your authentic, true self. Mask. So for some of you in the collective, your divine counterpart, I'm not in love with you, or, we could just be friends, or, I don't feel the way you feel. Like, you get all of that information, but what does your heart tell you? What does your soul tell you? What do you see clairvoyantly? It doesn't add up. And it's not like you're sitting there and you're making up this whole story in your mind, because who the hell, excuse my French, will want to go through something like this, right? But again, we remind ourselves it's a purpose, it's a method to the madness. It's growing us. And a lot of the divine feminines, including myself and the collective, can't say that as they've been on this journey, they've grown so much, they've become so much stronger. They've accomplished some of the dreams that they thought they would never accomplish, right? So as you do the work for Spirit, Source, Divine, God, as you continue to be way showers, light workers, and starseeds, and indigos, and shamans, and earth angels, and witches, and mystics, however you resonate, you do it, and you do it with pride. Because no matter what traps are laid out for you, no matter how your divine counterpart is struggling with their journey, you are the leader and you will continue to rise. Okay? The next card out is spring. So summer and spring. So got two energies here, right? Two seasons here. So some happening for some of the collective and the other happening for the other collective, right? And the last card, inner child. So continuously working on those inner child wounds, being able to speak and acknowledge when, you are triggered, or when something is reminding you of a childhood event. You aren't hiding away from it. You aren't burying yourself in your pillow and crying. You're actually speaking on it, right? You're standing up for yourself. You are being the person that child needed long ago, right? So this is beautiful. And if this is resonating with you, comment below, especially if this is your story. Now, we're going to get into the messages of love oracle cards by Kristen at All Things Intuitive. First card out is rejection. This rejection is actually divine protection. So if you and your divine counterpart are in separation right now, no to minimal contact, this rejection is for your protection, right? Meaning that they are being worked on. Chemistry, the attraction you feel is mutual. So Spirit is reminding you, no, you're not losing your mind. No, you're not going crazy. Your other half feels exactly the way you do, right? Decision. It's time to decide about this relationship. Remember the contemplating card. You're at that point where you're like, for some of you, okay, if this is meant, what will be, will be. And for others, where this is not in your soul contract, you're choosing to move in another direction, right? Take it how it resonates. The overall energy is longing, right? It says someone is secretly yearning for you. So my divine counterpart and myself, we could be in separation, and then I can just be like, okay, I'm just going to message. And then unexpectedly, I get a response back. And it's like, what made you talk today? Like, what? Right? And so they feel it. They see exactly what you've been seeing, right? But they're afraid. They don't know how to take it. Remember, we all were brought up differently. Now the energy, we have go slow. All right? Take time to get to know each other, right? Healing. Old wounds and childhood issues need revisiting. I guarantee you, once the divine masculine faces their fears and open up about, those childhood wounds, they will see how much of a relief has been lifted. Burden has been lifted off of their chest and back. Intuition, it says you already know the answer you seek. Denial. Detach with love to clearly see the truth. So for the collective, especially the divine feminine, detachment is very important. Boundaries are very important, because your divine masculine needs to understand that you are not a doormat. You can't be walked all over. You're not someone where, you're convenient for when they want to see you, or they want to talk to you, or they want to open up, or they want to communicate. No, unconditional love is balanced. It's the other supporting, helping each other, loving each other, right? So we're going to dive into the angels and ancestors spread, all right? So first card out for divine masculine, shape shifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. So this is the message that Spirit wanted divine masculine to hear tonight. And it's so perfect. Transform and unveil your gifts, shapeshifter. And that's been a struggle for the divine masculine, because they are afraid to get in touch and in tune with their spiritual side, right? For divine feminine, sage, be devoted and committed. So with your life path, with your purpose, with your mission, with your gifts, with your spiritual business, for those of you who just started, congratulations. Be devoted and committed. Okay? The overall energy, shield maiden. Make plans and focus. This is for divine masculine and divine feminine. All right? So we're going to dive into the Lightwork of Oracle spread. The first card out for divine masculine, number 23, 2 and 3, it's 5, talks about changes. This is initiation by water, all right? And I'm going to read that information. So maybe you can help your divine counterpart in any way that you can with this information for them, okay? So it says, your spiritual path this lifetime involves you becoming a clear channel for spirit. You are meant to communicate with higher guidance from the loving spiritual worlds. Your initiation by water will further open your receiving channels, dislodge lower vibrational material, and sensitize you to the subtle realms of light. You are being open to a world of which you may only have dreamed. Such is its beauty, grace, and love. All right. For divine feminine, we have number 1, first ray of power. And as I'm reading this, my crown chakra just started percolating. Right? So here we go. First ray of power. So it says the first ray of power is energy of conscious destruction. It can be used in a healthy way to eliminate the past and allow for a fresh start. The first ray also carries the frequency of leadership. It can assist you to stand in the truth of your light so others can find their way by it. It helps to strengthen your willpower so you can accomplish any task you choose. The Ascended Master, El Moria, brings you his particular blessing and encourages you to believe in your own strength and take the initiative on what matters most to you. Okay. If you are confused about which path to take or whether to continue a certain relationship, course of action, or lifestyle choice, the first ray of power will clarify matters for you. When it moves through our lives, whatever is holding us back will be removed, either through circumstances seemingly beyond our own control or by our own actions based on a sudden inner knowing. When the first ray of power is indicated, a long-term plan that was once important to you may suddenly seem as though it needs to change or even be released altogether. Okay? And this card has come out in the last collective reading, or one of the divine masculines, right? So number 20, life path. And this is for overall message for divine masculine and divine feminine. And so it says, do you wonder about your divine life path and purpose? You have been enrolled in spiritual training. This training might be obvious in the form of a course you are undertaking or hidden in a life lesson that is currently triggering your healing, learning, or growth. Whether it is obvious or not, successfully completing this training will empower you to fulfill your divine purpose this lifetime. Further clarity will be revealed to you. The universe promises that you shall know what you need at the perfect time and in a way that you cannot miss. You are in a spiritual training for a divine mission that serves your soul development and spiritual growth while simultaneously helping others. It will help you express your spiritual purpose this lifetime. At times, your training may be aligned with study or applying your skills in ways that seem more obviously aligned with the spiritual path. At others, your spiritual training may be disguised in ordinary life circumstances. If you are unsure of what you are meant to be learning, of exactly how you are in spiritual training at the moment, look to the situations in your life that are causing you the most struggle. This is where you will find your training taking place. All right. And so the last deck of the night, the Lightworker Oracle for divine masculine. Soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. And that's what the divine masculine is feeling like. They don't have anybody. Like, you know, your divine masculine knows they have you, know they can depend on you, know they can count on you. You're always going to be there. Excuse me, but at the same time, you are taken for granted. And so they need to connect with their soul family, their soul tribe, so they can understand the importance of this divine connection before, you know, they ruin it, right? And so for some in your soul contract, again, you signed up for this, so it's destined. But for others, you guys have the choice. Say I will or say I won't, right? And Spirit says, like, you all have the choice. But what is in your soul contract is what's in your soul contract. So, thank you, Spirit. For divine feminine, starseed, what lights you up? So, when you go through these times, trials, and tribulations with your divine counterpart, what lights you up? What about this connection that makes you say, and I want you guys to write this in the comments, what about this connection that through everything allows you to keep going, allows you to continue to work your light, to follow the path, to support your divine masculine in the 5D, if you guys are in separation in the 3D? What lights you up to continue to keep going through your path, going on your path, and living your purpose? All right. The overall energy, we have Mentakin, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers, right? You are the light workers. You are of light. So work your light, right? So that is the messages that came out today for this week for the collective. Again, if you guys need crystals or anything like that, check out my Etsy shop. If you need to book sessions or services, check out my website, www.chrissythecrystalindigo.com. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram so you don't miss any important information that's posted on my IG story. And I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Take care.